Most people don't realize their credit card points could be worth 10 to 20 times more. Why settle for $2,300 in cash back when those same points could get you $24,000 or more in luxury travel? Once I figured this out, I was able to take my entire family of 4 to Europe in lie-flat business class seats for just $306 total. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to earn the right type of credit card points, why most people waste 80 to 90% of their points value, and the simple strategy that can easily 5 to 10x your points. When I first started with points, I thought I was doing great. I was racking up 2% cash back, which is among the best cash back rates available for credit cards. I never even considered other types of credit card rewards, as there could be no way that the value of travel rewards could be better than just getting back money, or so I thought. I eventually learned that I was leaving 90% of the value on the table. Once I switched to the proper way of earning rewards, I realized the exact same spending could give me 10 times more value. Here's how you earn the right type of points to make that possible. Most people think credit card points are earned at 1 point per dollar. That's the slow way. When you're strategic, you can actually earn 5 to 10 points for every dollar you spend without spending any more than you already do. But here's the key. Not all points are created equal. Cashback, store cards, airline-specific cards, these all trap you. What we want are flexible points, the kind you can transfer to dozens of airline and hotel partners. That's how you unlock the outsized value for luxury trips you never thought possible. The two most powerful currencies are Chase Ultimate Rewards and American Express Membership Rewards. These give you the most transfer options to take some of the best flights. Let me show you what I mean. So here we have the transfer partner matrix. You can see on the left side each of the airline alliances. So up top we have the Star Alliance, and you can see all of the different airlines that belong to the Star Alliance. And then below that is SkyTeam, and below that is oneworld. So every airline within an alliance releases award space for all of the other potential airlines within that alliance. Let me give you an example. So Chase Ultimate Rewards is the column with blue, and you see the ratios of how many Chase rewards will transfer to that particular airline. So one Chase reward will get you one Air Canada Aeroplan point. What happens is that when I transfer my Chase rewards to Air Canada Aeroplan, they will have plenty of award space, not only for their own flights, but for flights from all other airlines within their alliance as well. The same goes for the Amex membership rewards in the green column. Between these two currencies, you can see how many different airlines and alliances that you might be able to transfer your points to get some really great award space. And here's an important note. I don't advocate credit card churning, which is opening card after card just for sign-up bonuses. That's messy, it hurts your credit, and it's not sustainable. Instead, the strategy is simple. Just shift where you spend and which cards you use, and you'll start earning the right kind of points automatically and abundantly. But here's the kicker. Even if you earn the right kind of points, most people still throw away 80 to 90% of their value without even realizing it. That's the trap the banks want you to fall into. Let me show you how it works. Most people don't realize this, but credit card points are designed to be worth just 1 penny per point when you redeem them the normal way. For example, 100,000 points equals about $1,000 in value if you use them for cashback, gift cards, or shopping. That sounds okay until you see what you're leaving on the table. Here's the problem. Cashback, gift cards, and shopping online are the default traps the banks want you to fall into. Even airline and hotel co-branded cards often lock you into low-value redemptions. But once you realize what those points could actually be worth with airline and hotel transfer partners, you'll never look at them the same way again. Because when you redeem strategically, those same 100,000 points can easily be worth $5,000 to $20,000 in real-world travel. That's how I turned what looked like just points into lie-flat business class seats for my entire family to Europe for only $306 in taxes. So here's the question you've got to ask yourself. Do you want your points to buy you a few Target gift cards, or to fly you and your family around the world in luxury? The difference isn't about earning more points, although that helps. Instead, we need to find a way to multiply the value of the points you're already earning. Because even when you're earning the right points, it doesn't matter unless you know how to redeem them the right way too. But how do you do that? When I first started digging into this, I didn't believe it was possible. But here's what happened. I used the same points most people would cash out for around $2,300. Instead, I transferred them to one of many airline partners, and those points turned into 4 lie-flat business class tickets to Europe for my whole family. 4 people. This particular flight in these seats would have cost around $24,000 if we had paid cash. Needless to say, for us it wouldn't have been possible. All we actually spent out of pocket was $306 in taxes and fees. That's when I realized this isn't theory, this is a strategy that anyone can apply. So here's the simple strategy that makes this possible. First, always compare the cash price of a flight to the points price. If you're not getting at least 2 to 3 cents per point in value, it's usually smarter to just book the flight with cash and save your points for a better opportunity. Personally, I don't feel good unless I'm getting at least 5 cents per point or higher. That's how my Europe trip worked out. Those same points that could have been $2,300 in cash back were worth over $24,000 in flights when redeemed the right way.
We booked our trip from Washington, D.C. to Edinburgh in business class. The total cost for this flight for all 4 of us in these business class seats was 280,000 points plus the taxes. This is in Canadian dollars, the $421.60, which is really around $306 US at the time of booking. Now, if you see on the bottom here, this is the same exact flight directly on the airline, and you can see it's almost $24,000 for the seats that cost me $306.
And here's a little bonus strategy. Watch for transfer bonuses. For example, sometimes Chase or American Express will run a 20%, 30%, or even 40% bonus when you transfer points to a particular airline. That means at a 20% transfer bonus, it would only take 50,000 points to get yourself 60,000 points on that particular airline. That's often enough for a lie-flat business class seat.
Do you remember when I said the points I transferred would have been worth $2,300 in cash back? That's because in order to get my Air Canada points of 280,000, all I had to transfer was a little over 230,000, because at the time there was a 20% transfer bonus by transferring your Chase rewards over to Air Canada.
The bottom line, once you understand this strategy, you stop wasting points on weak redemptions and you start multiplying their value 5, 10, even 20 times over. Now you know how to turn your points into luxury travel instead of settling for weak redemptions. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. If you've ever wondered why you can't seem to find cheap flights, I've got another video that breaks down the 3 biggest mistakes people make when searching for airfare and how to avoid them. Or if you're ready for the bigger picture, check out my guide on how to travel more while spending less money in 2025. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and leave a comment with the best trip you'd love to take using points. I read every single one. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next strategy.